So this tool we're going to be talking about is interactive note making. And this tool is based on the SQ3R survey question, read, recite, and review reading strategy, which has been around since the mid 1940s. And if you remember, this was a reading comprehension method that was named for its 5 steps: survey, question, read, recite, review. And that's what the SQ3R stood for. So interactive note making was taken from that SQ3R method. But in interactive note making, we can also use this for classroom presentations, lectures, and videos. It also helps students extract important information from and build deep understanding of the text that they read. It also trains students in the important skill of previewing texts for important information to build a pre-reading sense about what that text is going to be about and setting the stage in the brain for what the reading is going to be. We do that sometimes with a KWL chart. What do we know? You think about that KWL chart that's been around forever. So to use the interactive note-making tool, you would want to do the following steps. First of all, teach the students how to actively preview the section or chapter that they are responsible for reading by examining the section headings, the opening summary paragraphs, topic sentences, those bold-faced terms, the images, and the caption under those images, looking at those end of chapter review questions that really helps set that stage for what is it that I'm about to read. The next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to ask your students or work with them if they're younger or maybe struggle with this concept a little bit more, to convert each section heading or each topic heading or subheading into a question. Have students record these questions in the question column right here. And if I'm working with younger students and I'm working on a nonfiction text, I might do that through a picture walk, turning the page and looking at those illustrations and coming up with what are the questions and put them in this column. As the students read the selection or the chapter, depending on the age of your students, encourage them to keep these questions in mind and then to collect notes that correspond directly with those questions. When the students are finished reading and making the notes, instruct them to check their understanding and retention of the material by folding the organizer so that the questions are visible, but the notes are covered up. Students should generate a response to each question without peeking at their notes. Then ask students to open the organizer and check their responses against the notes. Students should actively assess their understanding by making one of the following marks. The star, I need to review this. A check mark, I know this. And the question mark, I have a question about this, or record that question. And you would do that over here in the monitor section. This being a Google document, you can make those, if students are typing, they could type right into the box and the box would expand. If we're working with younger students, depending on the type of text as the teacher, you would want to adjust these boxes to make that fit for the type of text that you're using. So you have the questions beforehand, having them answer those questions with supporting details, fold that along this line so that we can't see, and then remarking with the marks, check mark, star, or question